Welcome back to another episode of Stanis Life. I would like to thank my friend Patrik for joining me and shooting this video. It's been a minute since my last photowalk episode, and it feels great to be back. I have spent the New Year's celebrations together with my family in Hungary, and while there, I found some time to go out and shoot a roll of film in the suburbs of Budapest. As an obsessed photographer, I, of course, packed as many cameras as possible for this short trip, and as you can probably imagine, I only used like 10% of that equipment. This means that I've shot this roll through my favorite medium format film camera that I own, the Yashica Mat-124G. Since I am not controlling the weather, I was faced with a very typical cloudy, grey winter day in Budapest. We started off near that tree in the middle of a park. I was shooting Portra 400, hoping that it would give me enough speed to shoot handheld. Little did I know how dark and cloudy it can get, even in midday on a winter day. Right next to the park there is a high school, the building of which looks really interesting. I like its shapes and colors very much. Now, I'm not an architect, nor am I good at architectural styles, but as far as the research I did for this video got me, I guess this building qualifies as socialist, modernist, or brutalist architecture. It looks really raw, and to me, it looks as if it's made out of concrete mostly. Sharp edges and corners everywhere. I love how some of the plants are climbing the walls at the corners, and I feel like the colors work really well too. I don't know what it is about these shapes and colors. Maybe it's the fact that I grew up in a neighborhood like that, but in me it evokes a feeling of nostalgia. I think this is why I like photographing these kinds of suburbs and living environments so much. I don't usually plan too much of these photo walks, so most of the subjects I pick really spontaneously. Like this overpass and the staircase leading on top of it is a sight that caught my eyes while driving to our next location that I found on maps. This photo is a great example of a composition that looked somewhat interesting in real life, but then I failed translating it in camera. I still like the colors and the atmosphere, but the composition doesn't really look like anything to me. I feel like this photo is all about colors. I was very excited to find this composition, but again, I probably should have spent a little more time to bring out the best of it. Here you can see today's closest result to the atmosphere I was actually going for. I really love the geometry of this corner and the plants next to the walls. I think this photo captures the mood of this apartment block just the way it was that day really well. It's interesting to me how I managed to keep a somewhat similar color palette throughout this roll, even though I don't think it was completely intentional, or maybe it was on a subconscious level, I don't know. Lastly, one of the most important places in socialist suburbs, the table tennis or ping pong table. In my childhood, the concrete ping pong table was the place where we spent most of our time with my friends. I remember it being at least a meeting point, even when we didn't actually play there. I think my favorite photo from this session is the one of the entrance to the apartment building, hidden behind plants in the corner. Let me know in the comments if you have a favorite photo from this session, or if you would like to see any of these printed. If you like these videos, please consider hitting the like button and subscribing. And if you're wondering how else could you support my work, I've launched my Patreon recently, where you can support me for as little as the price of developing a film, or as much as you like, really. Once again, I would like to thank Patrik for joining me and filming, and I would like to thank you for staying with me until the very end of this episode. And I will see you next time.